Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome into tonight's live. I left my blinds open right here behind me. I'm just going to shut them real quick. Sorry, guys. I should have done this before the live, but I didn't think about it. I didn't think it would bother me. But it does. It does. Oh, let me just roll my cart. I'm so sorry, guys. I feel like someone's like peeking in on me or something. Feel like somebody's out there staring at me, even though there's nobody, out there. I'm sure of it. I mean, I'm not that sure of it, but I'm pretty sure there's nobody out there. But welcome in, everybody. I won't go through everybody's names since we do have a big crowd in here tonight. But as I'm collecting my breath, like I just ran a marathon doing that. I just want to say welcome in, everybody. If this is your first time on the channel, we do talk true crime on this channel normally. This is kind of falling into the true crime. So it's kind of, that's why we're on the channel. We're going to be talking about some stuff tonight. We do have some statements that have come out from a few different people that are on the social platform. So I figured we'll go over those. Also, open panel. If anybody would like to come up and say anything about everything that's going on, feel free to do that. As long as, it's your opinion. It's my opinion here. We never claim to be anything else, but just stating our opinion. Now, I will say I did go to school and I had got my bachelor's degree, and I do use that, in my cases, but it's all, truthful. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and we'll get started. So, I do have some stuff up here to show you guys as well. And really, it's just kind of one of these, it's going to be one of these streams of like, we're just going to keep asking ourselves, how did we get here? How did we get to this spot, this case, this spot right now? I mean, everybody's suing everybody. Everybody's trying to sue everybody. Is that the cool thing to do now? I don't know if it's cooler to be sued or to be the one doing the suing. I'm just asking for a friend. Now, do I think I'll be sued? No, I don't think so. I don't think I will be. They don't want none of my stuff. But let me welcome in you guys a little bit up here. We got a new member. Graham became a member. I'm glad I went back up to the top here. Hey, Mary Beth. Hey, Harley Ryder. Hey, Graham. Hey, Ladybug. Hey, Deflectionist. With the fires burning. Hey, welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. It's good to see everybody. I'll be watching from the bushes. And I'm sure a lot of this you guys have already went over today, with people. I was going to come on this morning, actually. And then who came on first? Dietz came on first. So then I was like, well, no, I won't come on. I'm going to listen into Dietz. And so I was listening to her a little bit. And then I got busy and I started, doing other things around the house. And then I listened a little bit to nonsense for about an hour. And then I, had to jump out of there and do some stuff. So I didn't get to listen to a whole lot of people today, but I did get to listen to a little bit. I do too. I really do too. I think that no one should involve themselves into the true crime cases that we cover. Like personally, I've always said I'm no Diane Sawyer over here. I'm not a big interviewer, but if it was a missing child or a missing person, I probably would make an exception. But I've always said I would never do it live. If there was an interview that took place, of some sort, I would have questions prepared. I wouldn't ask anything out of term, just listen and, see where they go from there, but this case has gone, oh, whoops, how's my desk? Whoops. This case has gotten so far out of control that people can say all day, we don't want to pick sides. We're team Sebastian. We're team Sebastian. But every single person that says that and guilty as charged, I'm just stating the obvious here. Everybody, including the people on the other side of that, the plaintiffs. We've all I was gonna say, I can't remember what I was saying now, but we all have said things that, were out of like maybe term, but I haven't seen anything personally to where it's come to the point of anybody going after Seth per se. Oh, and yeah, that's what it was. I was like, it will turn people off to Sebastian's story. Yeah. That's what I'm afraid. Well, Southernish, we stopped covering it on the channel over here because it was just a bunch of drama. It was a bunch of just back and forth. And then towards the end of like maybe last week, I stopped listening to all Sebastian Rogers content. Like maybe it was last week or the week before. I just stopped listening because it wasn't about Sebastian and hasn't been about a Sebastian. Because every night, these chats are being filled. You have on one hand, some people that I don't think they talk bad about anybody, but they're not giving Seth, they're not giving in to him. They're listening to his words. That's my personal opinion. They're listening to his words and they're forming their own opinion about him. But then you have this group over here that has formed their own opinion. And they feel like their opinion is the only opinion that should be right. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, Oh, that's Ludwig. Is there another one in here? Oh, let me know and I'll get him out. I'll make sure I'm like, who are you? Thor, I'm so glad you're in here. I hope you know I didn't mean to block you on my other, I think it was my other channel. I was like, Thor, no. I noticed it like right after I did it. I was trying to pin a message. I shouldn't have done that. Hey, Joneson. Do you think that this is, I'm not saying this is all about it, but I think that they've got to be they've got to be telling people like Nick the Hat, Dog the Bounty Hunter. They've got to be telling these other true crime or these not true crime. I'm sorry, they're not true crime. These other creators something in order for them to be back them, right? And be like, yeah, we'll go on and do this lawsuit with you guys. Because I mean, people with a brain, it's going to cost a lot of money. It's going to cost a lot of money. And I just don't think that, you would want to spend all your money on that, especially this close to Christmas. Thank you so much, Alexander. That means a lot. That means a lot. I really try. I really do try. Hey, Dark Willow. Welcome in, everyone. Oh, I'm going to tell you a couple of things I heard. So I stepped in to Mr. E's Crime Cast. So it is Crime Cast. Last night, he said a couple things that were just they were just wrong. I can't remember one of them. I only listened for about 5 minutes, and I was getting angry. I was getting angry at myself. I was like, I need to get out of here. He said that the FBI don't deal with missing persons. So that whole, FBI's most wanted missing persons section, that's not real. That's not real. FBI, they don't work with missing persons. I heard about 5 minutes of it and I stepped out because I was about to if there wouldn't have been a subscriber like only, for like, for so many minutes, I would have typed in the chat. because sometimes I can't stop, and that would have been something I couldn't stop with. It was just like, "What? Are you what? Huh?" I was like, "Why are people listening right now?" Like, and nobody in the chat just kept flowing. I was like, "Oh, my lord." So, yeah, so and um, what happened there was let me see here. Okay, we'll just do that. Let me see, I'm trying to, like, click I wanna see where I was just at. They cried. They cried? For who? Who did they cry for? "Don't cry for me, Argentina." I could sing. Yeah, I saw rapper. I thought that was rapper. Thanks, Aries. Yeah. So, basically what I got out of this whole court proceeding is, and we'll go through them in just a moment too, someone got their feelings hurt, in my opinion, that's my opinion, and that's not defaming anybody, that's not hurting anybody. My opinion is somebody got their feelings hurt. And they were upset because they got used by some girl named Michaela in North Carolina or Tennessee or wherever she's from, you know? I mean, it's just like, ooh. Everyone's singing this song now. I wish I could play some music now that we're all singing it. I know rapper never takes no days off a rapper. He's like me. Okay, so a couple people did have a couple things to say. Yes, Nazi trinkets, jewelry, yeah. Mhm. Absolutely, like they all are. I mean, how do you just slide into a lawsuit like that? Like, I got the court I think I have it stopped on hers. And I've been saying this forever, but now that it's out there, I'm gonna say it one more time. Nobody can dox you. If your name is scrolling on a banter across your own YouTube, if your full name is in your PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and it's just strolling across there, no one's doxing you. No one's doxing you, you know. People also they filed in PA. I'm assuming they're getting that's where Barbecue Lady's from, and that's where Granny's Watching is from. And that is where Nick the Hat is from. Now, maybe Nick is doing this under his at night agency. That's what it sounds like that they're doing it under. I don't know how that's even going to play into all this. It sounds like Hung is like taking the reins for the business part. I don't know. I think this is just a bunch of bull crap. I know that maybe there was something said, like, I'm not going to say that there has never been anything said that was like not 100% right, but I feel like no one's viciously ever went out there and just was being vicious, Ludwig, that's not Ludwig, man. I'm about to hold on a second. Mary Beth, I'm going to add you as a moderator, if that's okay. Let me know if it works. That way you can help me with them. Damn you, Ludwig. You just be cool. You just be cool. Rapper, be cool. Man, remember that time you came in here, you said you couldn't troll me, rapper? You said I was too nice. You said I was too nice to troll. Well, remember that? Give me that energy. Give me that energy back. I'll stick my dog on here back on you. There has been a little bit of people have been a little vicious. There has, I think. I will actually, I'll admit, you're right. You're right. Now, personally, me, I mean, I don't know what I've said. I've said that, I don't think, and just like Granny has said, she doesn't believe, and I don't believe, that any of the parents had anything to do with Sebastian's disappearance. You guys already know what I think. I think that it was just something different. It was just not that. So, how do I keep banning the same person? I'm like, man, I'm banning the same person over and over again. But I wanted to show you guys a few things before we get started with the filings. And if you guys want me to, since you guys have been listening, I'm sure you guys have listened to the court filings all day. Has anybody gotten down to like page 30? Like, has anybody actually gotten down to like the nitty gritty of the papers, or are they still up to kind of high? Because we could always skip around, I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Now I can see the real Ludwig. It's 215. 17 was one. EJC. I just kind of sprung that on Mary Beth too. I was going to write you earlier, actually, Mary Beth, and ask if you wanted to be a mod, and then I didn't, and then I just sprung it on you. You got through Betty's part. Nonsense got to page 44. Wow, she was there for 8 hours. That's why I'm kind of afraid to start at the beginning. I'm kind of afraid that, like, we'll be here for the rest of our lives. So what we'll do tonight, and we'll go always, go back and read them all and everything. But we'll start with the for immediate release, the at night agency, because One World Corp, whatever you want to call them, they put out a press release. And I'm going to try to open this another tab, because I think if I do, I could, okay, I can make it bigger. Okay. So on here it says, for immediate news release or immediate release, news conference announcing legal action related to the disappearance of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Like, what the hell is on my glass? What? Like, really, what? So now they're just having their own news conferences now, I guess. These are really bad. Let me see if I can get a repetition. It says news conference announcement, legal action. Okay. This should be a united effort to bring a missing child home, said Joseph Lesniak, Esquire. We must fiercely protect the integrity of this search, not just for Sebastian's sake, but for every family who believes in the promise of truth, justice, and a country that stands together in times of crisis. I say this with my full heart, my full chest, my full body. Right? Bullhorn Betty is not the one. She's had laws changed in Florida because of what she's done. She's had things done in other states. I mean, I think that these people, like, they came in knowing everything backwards, and they're still doing it. I know. Angel, I got him up here. I got his Twitter up, because I was like, oh man, I knew he was going to have something to say. And he did. He did. So Pennsylvania says Media Pennsylvania, October 18th, 2024. A news conference will be held Tuesday. So mark your calendars for Tuesday, October 22nd, 2024 at 10 a.m. Now, if I could be on the steps of the Delaware County Court of Common Pleas located at 201 West Front Street, I would be there. But it's far. It's really far. Like, it's so far. Let's see how far it is. I'm like, let's see how far it is. I think it's like 8 hours. Delaware, PA, Common Pleas. Eight hours. Yeah, I was close. Oh, I was close. 8 hours. Yeah. So it says here, they're going to hold a news conference. The legal team will discuss the latest legal actions concerning the ongoing search for Sebastian Rogers, a 15-year-old who went missing on February 26th, 2024, and was reported missing the following day. Legal counsel for the plaintiffs include attorneys Joseph Lesniak, Esquire, and Bruce L. Castor Jr. So they have a lot of clients, I guess, right? That they're supposed to be, they now have like hold of. We've got Dog, Nick, Brittany, Tony, Hung, and I'm just like, what? You know what? How is that? I saw I missed a couple things. Hey, JW is a member for 3 months. Good to see you. And Steve, member for 15 months. We've missed you, Steve. Nash Native. I need that song. They ain't like us. I think JLR would be proud of us right now. I think he would. Allegedly, Brittany J. That's the different one. And you're like the sun and the moon combined because you take up the entire view. I don't get what that means. I don't get what that means, but it's a fake account. I don't know what it means. I don't know what that means. I guess because I'm the best. I don't know. I just made that up. Oh man. Okay. Where were we at here? I think that was all of it, really. It's just going to be Tuesday, October 22nd at 10 a.m. Now, I'm not sure who, I'm not sure who's going to be actually filming this. I'm assuming that they're going to live stream it on Nick's YouTube, maybe his YouTube page. They would want it to be somewhere for maximum exposure, and we haven't heard of anything yet. So, I mean, maybe they'll be there by themselves, hanging out by themselves. I mean, Betty's done it before. So it says what? The legal action involves a RICO and organized crime civil case filed in Delaware County amid addressing the harmful spread of misinformation and exploitation that has obstructed the investigation. You can lie about it all y'all want, but there are channels on that side, the plaintiff side, that all they do is talk about Chris and Katie and incite their chat. They will tell you till the day that they die that they do not do that. And then when you want to go prove it, they delete videos. Multiple times they delete them. If you're in a litigation, you can't be deleting shit, Brittany. So you might want to put those videos back up because you can't be deleting stuff. It says here, the case target individuals and groups who have propagated false narratives, undermining the search for Rogers and delaying justice for his family. Now, nobody, not one person on this whole damn platform we all want Sebastian found. We have never tried to hinder search efforts. I'm not on my channel anyway, and I've never seen it. I've never seen anyone talk bad about Sebastian. I've never heard anybody do any of those things, except for Bullhorn Betty when she called him defective. His dad's talked bad about him said some things, and it's out there. It's proof. There's proof out there. It's not like it's not out there. And Tony Mathis showed his wang on TikTok. Yeah, Catherine, but she's in high spirits now, deleting them. I looked earlier and I was like, dang, negative like 70,000 again. So go against Seth is the way to go. Yeah. So as long as you're cool with Seth and you I guess just give him all the haze in the world when he comes in, throw him a wrench. I guess if you do all that, then you're cool. If you don't do that because you don't feel that way, and not saying because you think he did something to his child, just because someone can be an asshole and have a missing kid. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. And I hate that saying. But two things could be true at the same time, you know. Look at One Shot out here gifting out memberships. Thank you. Thank you, One Shot. If you got a membership, make sure you told One Shot. Thank you. My mouth is so dry tonight. I'm sorry, guys. I'm having a dry mouth. Let's see if I can go to the other page, see if there's anything important on there. Oh, yeah, there will be. Let's see. Oh, open a new page. Okay. Joseph Lesnick Esquire will be joined by Hong, and I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Maybe it's Zai or Z. Managing partner of One World and At Night, and Nick the Hat. Man, I knew how to pronounce it at one point, and I can't pronounce it. A member of Dog the Bounty Hunter's High Risk Fugitive Recovery Task Force. So not Dog. Dog won't be there. Dog won't be there. Somebody for Dog will be there. Yep, April Wine sure did. He sure did. Yep. And it's all out there. People have that clipped, and I hope they save it. I mean, I know they did, but I hope that they just send them all in. So someone from Dog the Bounty Hunter's Recovery Task Force will be there to outline the legal strategy and next steps. Okay. The Bill of Rights was ratified here in Pennsylvania in 1791. We don't need to hear about the history lesson. Just for years after the Constitution was adopted. Okay. I don't care what he has to say because he's just their attorney. So, I mean, like, Pennsylvania has had a long history of standing up for fundamental freedoms. And now it can help right the wrongs happening in Tennessee. Yeah, how are you going to be doing that in another state? By addressing the cyberbullying and harassment impacting the search for Sebastian Rogers, this legal action aims to protect the civil liberties that he and those supporting him deserve. Why don't you guys go out there and search? Go search. Go take a little, break from YouTube and TikTok and go search. Without cameras. Interviews with Dog the Bounty Hunter are to be scheduled via At Night for legal purposes pending litigation. All interview requests should be directed to Media At Night Agency. Oh, I should do this. Interview with Tony L. Mathis, national spokesperson for Seth Rogers. So is he not a crane operator anymore? Is Seth his pro bono? I don't know how that works. Will be available starting Wednesday, October 23rd. I bet you that's because that's when he probably put in his 2 weeks. We done got Tony probably quitting his job as the crane operator, selling all the cranes. Hey, I'm messing with no Tennessee or PA. I'm reading the chat. You guys are making me laugh. So I'm pretty sure that I was actually getting freaking bullied by Brittany J not too long ago. So if you want to talk about it technically, she was bullying me. And I'll say that till yep, she was. I could play the clip. I could play my clip. I could play the clip I told you guys I would all get. Because I got it. 5 minutes, 3 minutes after that live. Love you guys. So I want to interview with Tony Mathis. How much does that cost? because it costs money for that. And then media representative must RSVP no later than Monday. They just put this out yesterday. They're done. RSVP, media representative must RSVP no later than Monday. They're going to be outside on a public sidewalk. Whoever wants to go there, media or not, has every right to be there. You have every single right to be there, just like they do. So do not let RSVP. You ain't RSVP into shit. None of y'all are if you go. And if I find out you RSVP'd, I will be upset with y'all. Joseph Lesniak. I would respond with the middle finger, right? Me too. I almost give up Mountain Dew to be there. Yeah, it hasn't been entered in the court yet. I forgot. I just feel like this is weird. So the declarations are coming out. I don't know who all has all of them, but I know that there was one of them on Facebook. Where's that Facebook page go? Oh, there it is. And I'll keep refreshing to see maybe if there's more. But I was cruising around. I was looking at other people that are kind of involved in this case, and I wanted to see what their reactions kind of were to the documents coming out. Because I figured, maybe other people didn't go over those, and I was trying to make, this a little bit easier to listen to, because I know that you guys have been in so many lives today listening to the documents and stuff. So, and if anyone needs the thread to the documents or whatever, just let me know and I'll put it in the chat for you guys. I don't mind. So it says, and this is from Vanished and Corrupt with Stephen. This is Stephen Crabtree. This is just what he feels about this is the new declaration of Seth Rogers that came out. Now, I don't have this yet. I may have to get a hold of Stephen to see if he has it and if he'll give it to me, because I'm really curious. Thank you for becoming a member, Southern Niche. Welcome on in. Did I miss anything? I thought I did, but I didn't. I don't think I did. Let me know if I missed anything. For Commonwealth states. You might be right. Yeah, he will. Yeah, he's always been nice to me. He's always been really nice. Actually, I always forget to check my phone, because I have a Google number. So it says, shaking my head, y'all are disgusting. I have spent better part of 6 months doing everything I can to help figure out where this young man went or could be. I find it ridiculous. Y'all claim to search when I can promise this. I have every GoPro footage to date, and I can assure you won't see any out searching for him outside myself, Clue Cletus, and Steve Fisher. And I will say one other person, to which she also lives here. I find it ironic those who claim to be searching don't live here and drive in, yet are here for a couple hours for the show. But yet we are here day in and day out, actually in the woods, asking questions. Where have y'all been? We should have ran into one another by now, right? Never have I been live searching either. Weird, considering if it was for the views, I would follow others' footsteps. It's sad, truly. This is what Sebastian's name has come to, a cesspool of greedy fucks who only want one thing, which is drama and to be the center of attention. Preach it. Because God forbid it's about Sebastian, actually. Sadly, it's the eat from my hand, I'm spoon-fed you and info that isn't correct, and shame on you if you can think for yourself and have common sense. Here's the thing. I know what I'm doing and who I am and what I'm trying to do. I will not stop searching for him or answers. I have said in most cases, this is my opinion. My opinion is your feelings got hurt because the tables turned and the same mercy you asked for isn't given for the other side due to your neglect or negligence and selfishness. Instead, it's only fair to you all to condemn others, but not the other way around. Preach it. You're saying everything I was wanting to say that I've been saying. There should never be sides, and time again, don't y'all say that, but yet the first to cast stones. GTFO with this, man, y'all are a joke. And to be frank, each of you have failed this young man. Period. Made this about y'all instead of what matters the most. What's sad, all of us set this aside, and the real common goal was to bring Sebastian home. We could truly move a mountain. Instead, it's about individuals' views and fame. And Stephen, I literally put this in my notes today where I said, how did we get here? We are supposed to work together to bring awareness in the true crime community and the genre. That's what our genre is about. It's supposed to be about that. But the people that are in this document, they're not even true crime. They're trauma or drama. So it's almost like it's putting a really bad name on people that are true crime, that do cover other cases, like that try really hard, to do timelines and do other cases and, just bring other things. It's very easy to sit down and talk about something that you've talked about for 200 days straight and play the same interview for the 15th time. That's easy. We like to think around here, we want people to think, we want you to know all the different cases, the different deep dives, all that stuff. So Steve has said some stuff. Let me see where he started. Let me see. I think it was 23 hours ago. Okay. Okay. So it says repost. This one he had repost. It said, I tried to edit a grammar error and deleted the post. I've read the complaint seeking injunction and equability relief filed by Night, Seth, Tony BHB, and the other fraudsters. And when I say fraudsters, I include their lawyers. I hope those named aren't worried. It's complete nonsense that won't survive a demur, and the injunction has zero chance of being granted. This was an amateur hour, desperate attempt to grab media attention. Poor dog, this is going to be his legacy. A failure whose career is now being compared to Bullhorn Betty. Attached are my initial reasons why the case will fail. I drafted this quickly and I'll study it further. Honestly, I wish they had named me. Please name me, you hacks. Anyone, if I get named, I'm going straight to Steve Fisher. I need some advice. Anyone that is not even an attorney first. Anyone that is bothered by them conduction investigations in Tennessee without a license should report dog and the rest of the criminal group to the Sumner County Sheriff and file a complaint with the Tennessee Private Investigation Licensing Regulator. It's very sad and apparent to me that Seth doesn't care about his son, Sebastian. This is not me saying this. He's bitter at Katie and Michaela and what this is all about. The fact he can't keep a woman. Boom! Red flag drop for Steve. Is there okay? Because I'm going to go up that way. I'm like, we haven't listened. We haven't got to see these ones yet. This is all the reasons why? Oh, thank you, Southernish. Yeah. Ooh, he's saying some stuff. Put up an hour ago? Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Well, because we can always go back down. We can always go back. Read. Oh, it's the one right here. I have just completed, signed, and in the process of filing a non-party opposition to motion for injunction relief and motion to strike the pleading filed by At Night Nick, Dog, the Bounty Hunter, Bullhorn, Betty, Seth Rogers, and other plaintiffs. I do have standing to file this motion as a Tennessee licensed private investigator against a group acting illegally as investigators in a case and attempting to restrain parties for which they have no authority over. Invited or not, I am joining this fight because Sebastian Rogers deserves that. I will post the motion once the filing is complete. I did love it. I thought it was maybe from a little bit earlier, but yeah. Um, I don't think that there's nothing really down here. I'm trying to see if like any of them wrote. Okay, let's go back and let's see what he wrote before this. So 8 hours ago, if I had been named in the lawsuit, and I honestly wish I have, I would immediately call a press release or press conference for 9:55 a.m. because there was, I think, 10 Tuesday on the steps of the Delaware County Court of Common Pleas announcing the filing of the abusive process and malicious prosecution against or action against the attention-seeking lawyers Bruce L. Castor Jr. and Joseph L. Linsnick for their blatant and malicious misuse of the RICO Act. Yeah. I would also fully support and donate to a GoFundMe, not to defend the lawsuit, but to take action against these two corrupt attention-seeking lawyers. It's time to go on the offensive, put them on their knee or their heels and expose them for what they are. They truly are bottom feeder media whores. Wow. You know, I think that the whole coming to work together is probably thrown out the window at this point. Yeah, he did, JC. Yeah. No, Angel, everything that guy said out of his mouth was a damn lie. I watched it for 5 minutes. I wish I could remember the other stuff what else did he say that was like a lie? I was like, "What?" He said, "We knew this became a criminal case. When we knew this became a criminal case." What case? He's not even saying there might be a case. He's saying it's a criminal case. It's not anything but. I was just like, "Oh my," I was like, if people can literally listen to this and they can still go on with life and they can still think that what they're thinking is logical, then those people, I can't help them. You know, there's just some people you can't help. And that's like when they say you can't fix stupid, it's not like stupid. It's like you can't fix ignorance, you know? I wanted to read um oh, so I thought this was kind of interesting. My prediction regarding the injunction filed yesterday by At Night naming Seth Rogers as a plaintiff. Seth is now subject to discovery, which will likely expose his relationship with Katie and Sebastian. Under oath, it will come to light that while in his 20s, Seth got a minor pregnant in Virginia. In Virginia, the statute of limitations for sex crimes against a minor is 20 years from the date the cause of action, the crime occurs, which is when the victim turns 18. Therefore, until the victim's 38th birthday, Seth could still be charged with the R of a minor. This crime carries a mandatory minimum sentence of 5 years in prison and lifetime registration as an S offender. So by filing this lawsuit, Seth exposed himself to criminal charges. Well, there's that. Oh, wait, go forward. I didn't mean to go back again. I'm like, well, there's that. How do we look? I wish I knew. It's almost like there. If we went if we went back and we just went on Sebastian, right? And we just went on the facts, the cold hard facts, right? There'd be nothing to talk about. after one live. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, 5'5", blondish brown hair, 120 pounds, wearing all black the night he disappeared, February 25th into February 26th, whichever way you want to word it. He was at home with his mother. His mother was on the phone with her husband at the time, for a few hours. They were on the phone. He went to bed. Katie did hear a noise, she thought it was just some 15-year-old boy, was just not wanting to go to bed. She told him to go to bed. And the next morning she woke up and her child was gone. The dogs came to track. They tracked to the retention pond. They jumped in. That's it. Like, that's it. That's all. Like, we really wouldn't have a whole lot, and that's why I feel like people started making up the drama, but they started making up this drama the first day about Katie. People had their minds made up about Katie Proudfoot as soon as they saw that interview with her. I mean, they really did. That's just me, my personal opinion. Oh, yep. It'll end up backfiring for sure. Okay, let me see. There's plenty I wanted to show you. I think there was something actually on here. I wanted to read you this repost. So, points for demurrer, jurisdiction and venue. While the two defendants live in Pennsylvania, giving the court jurisdiction over them, the core of the case concerns the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers in Tennessee. This creates a venue issue. The events related to the missing person investigation are primarily occurring in Tennessee, not Pennsylvania. This discrepancy raises questions about whether Pennsylvania is the appropriate venue for the larger claims being made in the lawsuit. And I wonder about the 50 in the lawsuit. It says like 50 what does it say? Like 50 John Does, Jane Does. Yeah, Jane Does, John Does. Did deflection? Mine's always been he left on his own and something with school kids. And I've heard a lot of people coming back around at that, like saying lately stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, don't you be changing your ideas now? I'm just kidding. I don't mind people changing their ideas, their opinions. They should. People, should be able to form different opinions. So it says here that licensing violations and unauthorized investigations. This is number 2. The plaintiffs, including At Night Media, are unlicensed private investigators in Tennessee. While law enforcement, along with licensed private investigators, are legally permitted to conduct missing persons investigations, these plaintiffs are not licensed in Tennessee or any other state. Their investigative activities are therefore illegal. Their claims about conducting a legal investigation are unfounded, and their allegations regarding interface are void because they lack the legal standing to perform any investigation. And I forgot to put sorry, guys. If you guys don't mind, since I'm doing something really quick, if you don't mind just taking a second, hit the like. I was gonna look over there. Y'all ain't over there. Hit the like button for your girl. I really would appreciate it. It does help get the video out into the algorithm. So you guys are really helping do your girl a solid. And Southernish, thank you. Well, he's never been too bright. He gets directed. And yeah, there's no story after the 26th. I had to search myself because I didn't like KP, but I had to understand I'm not her and I was wrong. Yeah, thank you so much for the $9.99. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was about her, the first interview. I mean, I just felt like this sickening in my body for her. Like I don't know. I felt her grief. Like they asked her a question. I can't remember because we only watched the interview once or twice on the channel, but maybe 2 or 3 times, me including me and all. But like, when she couldn't get her words out, I just felt like, I don't know, I could feel it. I just felt her pain. That was just me. Let me try to see if I can blow this up a little bit. Looks kind of small to you guys. There we go. That's a little better. Maybe put me, oh, not there. My face is covered there. Okay. I was trying to make this a little bit bigger for you guys. Okay. Jurisdiction and venue. Oh, wait, we already went through that. I wanted to go down here. False claims of law enforcement collaboration. The plaintiffs have consistently tried to present themselves as law enforcement or as working in partnership with federal law enforcement agencies, which has proven false. At Night Media has no affiliation with any law enforcement body, and their claims about conducting a lawful investigation or cooperating with federal agencies are misleading. Impersonation of law enforcement or giving the appearance of such is not only misleading, but may also be considered fraudulent. This act discredits their claims and opens them up to potential legal consequences for impersonating law enforcement officials. Felon status of plaintiffs. Some plaintiffs are convicted felons, and at least one is currently on parole. This casts significant doubt on their credibility and capacity to act as investigators, especially when handling sensitive evidence. Their involvement in an investigation while on parole raises questions of legal property or propriety, and it undermines their position in the lawsuit. Standing of Seth Rogers. Seth Rogers, while holding joint custody, does not have primary custodial rights. Let me go to the next page. Sebastian's mother is the custodial parent, and she is not a party to this lawsuit. As a result, Seth Rogers lacks the legal authority to file claims on behalf of his missing son without the consent of the custodial parent. Bingo. I was thinking about that earlier. Additionally, his claims about interference and rights to file this lawsuit are questionable under Tennessee family law. Because wouldn't it be like that they both have joint custody? I don't know if it's like, I'm assuming it's joint custody. Like that's all on paper and everything. It seems like with them, everything is, on the uppity up on paper and stuff. But I don't think that he has the legal standing to sit there and do all this stuff under Sebastian's name and not inform and let the mother know, especially if she has full custody, right? I mean, that's a red flag. Hey, Jai. Hey, Leo Matthew. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate that very, very much. And thank you, Mary Beth, for gifting a membership. That was so sweet. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Whoever got that, make sure you thank Mary Beth. I mean, you're ethical. I'm over here with and then I'm like, raise my integrity flag came up. Stay down there. So we're on that page anymore. We're okay. We're on this page. Illegal investigative activity. Since the plaintiffs are not licensed, to investigate in Tennessee, any evidence they collect would be obtained illegally and would likely be inadmissible in court. This not only invalidates their claims about interference, but also creates the possibility that they could be charged with evidence tampering if they continue with this unauthorized investigation. Their illegal activities threaten to compromise any legitimate legal proceedings by introducing unlawfully obtained evidence. Rather, the FBI, TBI, Secret Service, or Sumner County Sheriffs has claimed any obstruction in the investigation at night, and the plaintiffs have no standing to make this claim. I think this is like a diversion off of Betty too. Like let's get the pressure off Betty for a minute. First Amendment protections for YouTube content creators. The lawsuit targets YouTube content creators who are offering commentary on the case. And they're allowed to. Their activities fall under First Amendment protections for free speech. Unless the plaintiffs can provide concrete evidence of defamation, false statements of fact made with malice that cause harm, they cannot succeed in silencing these creators. Commentary on a public matter, such as a missing person case, is protected speech, especially when it involves critiques of individuals like Seth Rogers, who is a person of interest in his son's disappearance. There is a difference between criticism and stalking, such as that of Andra Griffin, a seasoned criminal who has multiple restraining orders against her and 6 violations of the restraining orders for which she will be tried and sentenced in November. Injunction requests lack merit. The plaintiffs seek injunction relief, but such relief is only granted when there is credible and immediate threat of harm. Since their investigative activities are unlicensed and unlawful, they have no legitimate grounds to request an injunction. Their lawsuit is baseless, and their demands for legal protection against interference should be dismissed. Man, Steve ain't messing around. He done 4 pages. He's like, yeah, he's like, I ain't messing around, boys and girls. This is how you get out of this. Right. And they put Betty on there and BJ. I'm just like, what kind of world are we living in? For real. Like, I mean, like, did I fall into the damn Twilight Zone? I don't travel, so don't try to sue me, okay? Because if you sue me, you coming to me. I don't travel. I can't. It's health reasons. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I really can't. I don't have health reasons why I can't travel. That'd be bad if I said that. And they're like, she was lying about her, health problems. So cause of action and why they fail. The plaintiffs are not licensed investigators and therefore have no legal investigation to be interfered with. Any investigation they claim to be conducting is illegal under Tennessee law. The defendant's YouTube creators cannot be interfering with something that is not legally sanctioned in the first place. Because I don't know if everyone's aware, but we don't have evidence that a crime even was committed. We still, almost 8 months later, not a single shred of evidence. But I'm just saying. The plaintiffs have repeatedly claimed that they are working with federal law enforcement agencies. Did I already read this part? I feel like I did. No. Okay. It just sounds the same. Defamation, harassment by YouTubers. The defendants are YouTube content creators engaged in protected commentary unless the plaintiffs can prove that the creators made false statements with the intent to cause harm. Their claims of defamation will not hold up in court. Same as yours. The commentary and criticism. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep thinking this is written by Nick. This is written by SF. I'm like, what do you mean? The commentary and criticism surrounding Seth Rogers and the plaintiffs are part of a public discourse, on a high profile case and are protected by the First Amendment. This is the one that I thought was pretty interesting. Tampering with evidence. The plaintiffs allege interference with evidence, but any evidence they gathered would likely be inadmissible due to lack of licensure. Since their activities are unlawful, any claim of tampering or interference with an investigation become irrelevant. Additionally, their illegal conduct could lead to their evidence being excluded from any trial, further weakening their position. Like, y'all could be out here messing up stuff for the cops. Like, and in my opinion, I mean, it's not even an opinion. It's a question. What parent does all this? Like, don't you think that this is hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of work, right? Those could be that could be time spent looking for your child. I mean, that's just what I think. I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, But who am I to say? If I had a child, I would probably be conducting searches, not going on beer runs or whatever you call those. But that's just me. Hey, Remy. Yes, Ludwig. I'm glad that he did too. For a second there, I thought this was Nick Nat. I was about to yell at him. I was like, wait. And we have one more after this. So is this jurisdiction a venue? Well, the court, we were talking about that, they might not have jurisdiction there. Licensing violations, the plaintiffs are unlicensed, making their investigation illegal. Their claim of interference and the request for injunction relief lack any legal basis. And then there's one more half a page here. And he says, misrepresentation as law enforcement. The plaintiff attempts to appear as law enforcement, discredit their claims, and expose them to potential fraud charges. Standing. Seth Rogers, as a non-custodial parent, lacks standing to file this suit without the support of the custodial parent. First Amendment protections. The YouTube creator's commentary is protected speech, making the plaintiff's defamation claims unlikely to succeed. Positive takeaways of this horrible amateur pleading. Sorry. Through interrogatories. Is that a word? Demand for production of documents and depositions, it can be determined that one, the exact amount of funds raised through Seth's, I call him Sean, and that really just came out. I meant to say Seth. Seth's GoFundMe and Cash App accounts in his name and his sister's name, and a forensic accounting of all the funds, who the client is that hired at night, all communications between Tony Mathis and other plaintiffs, all communications between Andre Griffith and other plaintiffs, all financial transactions, including payment received by Andre Griffith, Seth employment status, Seth medication use, Seth's polygraph results, Seth's time card, Seth's phone records, Seth's communication with CP's ex-wife, Seth's communication with his family, including distant relatives, Seth's history of restraining orders, most importantly, Seth's dating history and times he got Katie pregnant, and at what age, since he is claiming defamation for being called a pedo. It's not defamation to be called a pedo if you are a pedo, and Seth is a pedo. That was SF that said that. You know what I mean? That's what I'll be getting sued for saying the pedo. I'm like, oh, I didn't say that. But I mean, if he knows the math, if he's doing the math, math ain't mathing actually very well. So I'm trying to figure out who this is before. I just don't want to. Oh, is Uncle Taco's name Kenneth? Let me know if you guys know what Uncle Taco's name is. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So because like the declarations are coming out for everybody. I don't know, but I think we could read through them. Let's see. Okay, and we'll read over at least Brittany's portion of the filing because I think it's pretty entertaining. Oh, is Otto here? Hey, Bella. It's Kenneth. Okay. I wanted to make sure before, because I think everyone knows his name. And most of the people, I'm not trying to dox him or anything, but Let me see. Where's page 1, though? This is page 2. No, this is the right page. Okay. So apparently he did a deposition declaration. Now, I don't know why he's doing them. I'm Uncle Taco, why are you even involved in this shit? Like, why are you even here? Like, first off, why would you? Your name's Uncle Taco. That's creepy. That's creepy. Hello, Bella. It's so creepy, you know? Yeah, and everyone knew Brittany's name, Angela, because it scrolls across the bottom of her PayPal every night. And then she's like, "Oh my God, someone doxed me." And it's like, no, you do it to yourself there. You do it to yourself. But speaking of which, if you guys don't mind just hitting that like button, that's free. It's free to do, and it makes me happy. And I'll drop the link too if anyone wants to come up and, talk about anything. And one more thing before I have all of you guys. Well, I still have you with me, because sometimes those attention spans can go. Kenneth Clubbine, being duly sworn according to law, hereby dispose and affirm the following. I'm just going to keep my opinions to myself about Mr. Uncle Taco Burrito. But, now I didn't redact his address. And I'm sorry about that. But we just won't read that. Kenneth Cumbine, CPT, declared under penalty of perjury under the laws of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania pursuant to 18 PAS CS 4904 relating to unsworn falsification to authorities, that the foregoing is true and correct to the best of my knowledge and belief. On the afternoon of September 30th, 2024, my wife, Michelle Cumbine, called me in a state of panic. She told me that a man claiming to be an FBI postal inspector had knocked on the door while I was at work. The man said he was investigating some kind of threatening or harassing mail that had been sent to our address, but everything about the situation seemed off to Michelle. She told me how the man looked away and became uncomfortable when she mentioned our missing nephew, Sebastian Rogers. You are not related to this kid at all. And why? Why would she say this? Why would she even bring Sebastian up? Like, that's just, there's no reason for you to even bring him up in this instance. The whole encounter left her feeling unsettled and scared, especially when the man rushed off and avoided further questions. She's probably bothering him. Michelle immediately called Nick the Hat, someone she trusted from at night, after sharing what happened in the live comments of a YouTube creator named CJ, who was live at the time. She needed someone to help make sense of this strange and unsettling situation, and it was clear to me how frightened she was. By October 1st, after hearing the full details of the encounter, I knew we needed to take action. Who the fuck's writing this? I told them everything Michelle had experienced, from the man's odd behavior to the black SUV he left in. Everybody that has an SUV, more than likely it's black. I wanted to, we have to go through I don't know why it's this way, but it is. Make sure this wasn't someone trying to harass or intimidate us. Given the strange online activities surrounding our family due to Sebastian's disappearance, I wasn't willing to take any chances. Strange online activities. You're the ones that won't stay off the damn internet. You go into people's chats. You go up on people's panels. What are you talking about, Uncle Taco Burrito? I made it clear to the FBI that this felt like more than just a random knock at the door, and it felt like a threat. Well, if it was the FBI right then and there, they would have told you if it was them or not. Around the same time, another issue began to raise concern. A mutual former friend, Beth, had somehow become deeply involved in the chaos surrounding our family and the Proudfoots. Who the heck's Beth? Yeah, Uncle Taco brought John in. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know who Beth is. Beth had only met Kate. Good friends, right? Taco burrito, but you're calling her Kate. That's not her freaking name. It's not her name. Katie. Katie. But somehow Beth managed to interject herself into all this, reaching out to an online creator known as Duchess and claiming to be connected to Katie. I'm going to say Katie, even though it says Kate. Michelle and I couldn't understand how Beth had gotten so involved. It was troubling to us that she seemed to be making connections between herself and Katie's family that didn't seem genuine. Because Taco's best buds with Seth Rogers. Get the fuck out of here. And you can't sue me for that neither. Beth had only met Katie Proudfoot once, years ago, when Uncle Don passed away. Who's Uncle Don? I remember the occasion well, as it was the first time I saw Katie myself. The one and only time. But somehow Beth managed to interject herself into all of this, reaching out to an online creator as Duchess and claiming to be connected to Katie. Michelle and I couldn't understand how Beth had gotten involved. It was troubling to us that she seemed to be making connections between herself and Katie's family that didn't seem genuine. This was particularly unsettling because it came around the time of Sebastian's disappearance. And it felt like Beth was inserting herself into the narrative in ways that seemed suspicious. I later learned that Beth even put Duchess in touch with Katie directly, further deepening her involvement. Sounds like she was trying to get a good creator, Duchess, in contact with Katie, a grieving mother, trying to look for her son. I got you. Okay. But that's weird. That's weird. Okay. To make matters worse, I learned that in early May, Beth had been selling a fifth wheel RV, and around the same time, Katie was an hour south of Beth in Myrtle Beach. This coincidence was strange, especially given that Beth and Katie hadn't been in contact for years. So they were an hour away from each other, and so they've had contact. The timing and proximity raised even more questions about how closely Beth was tied to the situation and whether she was being influenced by people connected to Katie or Chris Proudfoot, just like you are with your good buddy Seth. This guy's a freaking weirdo. After the incident at our home and the growing involvement of people like Beth and other online creators, I became deeply concerned for my family's safety. I don't know who Beth is. I guess she's a friend. Michelle and I have been dealing with harassment for months now, ever since our nephew Sebastian went missing, and I can't shake the feeling that something larger is at play. I think it's you, Uncle Taco. I think you are the bigger problem at play. There's nothing going on here. Like, taco, burrito, enchilada. I'm not even going to call him by his real name. Yeah, that's a different Beth, though. This is, I don't know. This is a different Beth. This is the Beth that they know. And it says here, the man at our door, the odd connections with Beth, and the online activity from people trying to interfere with our lives all point to a coordinated effort to intimidate us. We don't care about you. You're not that important. None of you are. Born Betty, Seth, Tony, BJ, all y'all. I mean, I'm only going over these papers because this is funny. We tried to live our lives quietly, but this situation keeps getting worse and I fear for what might come next. Are we freaking kidding right now with how many taco panels has there been? And Taco shows up in those chats. They don't show up on Taco's channel because he doesn't have one. So it's not like people are going to him. He's going into chats. I am so confused. I am fully prepared, it says, to testify under oath and provide detailed accounts of these organized and sustained attacks, including the incitement of harassment and violence, the continuous threats to my life, and the severe emotional and professional harm I have endured as a direct result of their actions. All professional harm my ass. I'm sorry. Taco, are you in here? Burrito, Taco, seriously, Uncle Taco, are you in here? If you're in here, you gotta come up here. You gotta come up. You gotta choose panel tonight. You gotta choose panel life. Because I'm blown. Man, I wish the rest of them were, I wish I could get a hold of the rest of these. Let me see if we can. Anybody add any more? If not, I'll read these to you tomorrow. What's this? I'll just say Google. Yep, that's Uncle Taco. It's not nothing, I guess. What's this? Comply with laws. Yeah, he didn't really get too much trouble. And this is the one that I have. What's this lady doing? Why is she crying? Okay, we're not even watching that because people that do that, people that do that are like, I love him more than his mama. Those people make me just, I want to check myself into the mental hospital myself at that point. Okay, so we read SFs. Oh, here's Nick's latest post 8 hours ago. I'm ready to host panels, at the Court of Common Pleas. Bring that hate with you if you dare repeat it before the court. Cowards attacking the voiceless. Who's the voiceless? Who's the voiceless? Because no one's attacked anybody about Sebastian. No one's attacked no one. Nobody. Hey, Talia. Or is it Taylor? Taylor? Bottom line is born Betty's. Oh, the world will be the reason why Sebastian Rogers' case will become another cold case. Yeah. 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 Well, we stopped covering it. We covered Bullhorn Betty once or twice, I think, on the channel since September the 18th. We haven't covered Sebastian. We just started covering other cases, you know. Oh, like Taylor, like Kayla. I like that name. That's pretty. It's like on the spell like mine. Mine's Tanya. I had to think about that. But I like the name. I like your name better. Oh, wait. Here it is. It says link to declarations and okay, let's see if we can find them. There's the exhibits. Okay, I got to download them. Oh, my Lord. Let's see what these look like first. See what we want to go over tonight. There's 63 exhibits. So these are just, that's just like a news article. Okay, we want to get to the good stuff. We want to get to where their declarations are. So I'm going to look for those. because these are all like news articles, which I'm not sure why they're putting out news articles for what. This is weird. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh, this is 323 pages. Okay, I gotta go faster. Okay, so we got one. Let me see. Declaration for Seth. Let me see how long this is. Okay. Since you've all, okay, I'm gonna give you guys the option. Since you've all been in chats today, and I'm sure that you've read through a lot of the court filing, would you like for me to read the declaration that just came out for Seth Rogers? His is going to be one, like the main one, probably. And we could do like the court filings tomorrow or something. Because you guys haven't seen, I don't think, these yet. Oh, yeah, she said, Carolina, that she isn't covering that case live because it was just so hard for her, and she did so much good in that case. I wanted to rip my own head off when I heard that. So I'm gonna do the declaration for Seth because I want to read those. And why don't we all read it together? Oh, shh, son of a joke. Hold it. I don't want to dox anybody. So I don't want to. Okay. I'm going to read it out loud, if that's okay. And we'll do. Let's see. I'll just share this one. But I'm going to read a different page. Let me grab my drink and everything. Okay, Mystic Blue, I'll look. I'll make sure I check my accounts. Yeah, well, Delicious, she had already done that years ago because, she gets stuff like delivered to her house all the time from her subscribers. Well, I mean, she doesn't have a P.O. box. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to know that. So, I knew she was doing that forever ago, like just giving out her address. Oh, you'll send me a Tumblr? Yeah, I'll give you my address. My address. Like, that's just how she rolls. That's why I have a business address. Or you just get a P.O. box. Okay, let me make a banner that says what we're doing so people don't come in and we're like, what are they reading? Okay, so we're going to be reading the declaration of Seth Rogers, and this just came out tonight, so that I know of. So I'm going to read this to you, and I'm not going to just put it on the screen just because there are barbecue ladies' names listed here, and so is Granny's watching, and I believe it may even have their addresses, and I'm not prepared to dox anybody like that. I'm not, that'd be so bad. So it's the declaration of Seth Rogers, father of missing teenager Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. I, Seth Rogers, being duly sworn according to law, hereby dispose and affirm the following. I, Seth Rogers, residing at blah, 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 Clarksville, Tennessee, declare under penalty of perjury under the laws of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania pursuant to 18 PACS 4904 relating to unsworn falsification to authorities, that the foregoing is true and correct to the best of my knowledge and belief. I am Seth Rogers, the biological father of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. From the very beginning, I've been certain in my gut that my ex-wife, Katie Proudfoot, and her husband, Chris Proudfoot, are involved in the disappearance of my son, Sebastian. I hope this will come back and bite him in the ass. Okay, I'm not going to say nothing. Chris asked me to get our story straight about Sebastian, implying he wanted me to lie. When I refused, they both cut off all communication with me. They've shown no interest in finding our son, and their behavior only deepens my belief that they're hiding something. Every day that goes by without their help only makes me more certain that they know more than they're saying about what happened to Sebastian. For 7 long months, I have been living a nightmare of a missing child. It's something no parent should ever have to face, right? No parent should ever have to face. The pain is unbearable, and it's made even worse by the fact that the very people who should have cared, Katie and Chris, and he calls her Kate too, have turned their backs on me. Instead of searching for Sebastian, they align themselves with people more interested in tearing me down than finding my son. I feel like I'm being blocked at every turn by the Proudfoots and their group of online creators. They've spread rumors, attacked me publicly, and worked to discredit me. It feels like a coordinated effort to silence me and shift the blame rather than help find my boy. I'm going to tell you right now, Seth Rogers, not one creator that I have heard on this platform that doesn't like you. There's a lot of creators that don't prefer you, but they have never blamed you for anything to do with Sebastian's disappearance. So stop with that. Stop with that, Seth. In the early days of searching for Sebastian, I entered into a relationship with Michaela Cleveland. Oh, I didn't mean to say her last name, but yeah. So here's where it's going to get juicy. So remember this whole time we've been hearing that, he had given Michaela like $12,000. I was still on the fence with that. I'm not going to lie, guys. I was like, really? She was with him, I don't know. But here we go. Days of our lives. So in the early days of searching for Sebastian, I entered into a relationship with Michaela. I was broken and grieving, and she seemed to offer comfort, but her intentions weren't genuine. In early May, while staying at my apartment, Michaela sent confidential CPS reports, documents concerning my son's safety without my knowledge. My butt, Seth Rogers. How did she get into your phone? You gave her your password just like that when you had something so important as to have CPS records in your custody? You would just let her around them? Now, that's your fault. That's not a Michaela problem. That's a Seth Rogers problem, in my opinion. She later teamed up with Austin Trevor. I almost said his last name, aka T-Rev, and together they used those stolen reports as leverage to control me. They even threatened to release those private documents publicly. Now, when did they do this? Because T-Rev's just been kind of like hiding, like he's just kind of been hiding in the, he's not been doing much with anything. And I think if he had something, he'd probably show it. But yeah, he's a damn liar. Like, it has to be password. Yeah, it was password protected. If not, then did Sebastian get into it too? So here we see in the early days of searching for Sebastian. Oh, I already read that part. Okay. In early May, while staying at my apartment, Michaela sent confidential CPS reports concerning my son's safety to T-Rev. Okay. And together they used the reports as leverage to control me. They even threatened to release those private documents publicly. The way Michaela, T-Rev, and their group of creators, see, like they're grouping these people in the same group, and they're not. It says people like Barbecue Lady, Granny's Watching, Queen Bee, and JLR exploited my pain for their gain is nothing short of cruel. You asked JLR to go out there and videotape you searching, so I don't understand that. The attacks against me haven't just stayed online, they followed me to work where I serve as a deputy of Davidson County Jail. I'm pretty sure that they didn't. I'm pretty sure you haven't been back to work, have you, Seth Rogers? I would like to see proof of that. I mean, just, if we're passing around proof of things. Barbecue Lady, along with others like Granny's Watching, Queen Bee, and Cluminati, which they spelled her name wrong, has spread rumors that I'm involved in the murder of my child and that I'm a pedo. These lies have put my life in danger at work. I work in a maximum security section of the jail, and if word gets out about these false accusations, I know I could be stabbed or killed by inmates. Barbecue Lady even accused one of my coworkers of being under investigation for time card fraud, trying to stir up trouble in my workplace. But it's okay that Betty said that she had her cats by her grill while she was cooking and tried to mess up her business. Okay, Betty. These attacks aren't random. They're part of a coordinated effort to ruin my life and make it impossible for me to do my job safely. Always gonna. So now I have to get on, government funding now because I'm not going to be able to do my job safely because of Barbecue Lady. Barbecue Lady's like 5 foot. You're scared of Barbecue Lady? Man, you're a corrections officer. Well, then where she's doing you a favor. She's doing you a favor because you would have got hurt at work. I've long suspected that Katie and Chris Proudfoot are hiding something about Sebastian's disappearance. Their refusal to help and their cold behavior only makes me more certain of it. Early on, Barbecue Lady told me in person or came to me in person offering help. But after she met with the Proudfoots, her behaviors changed. It's like she switched sides, and her attacks on me and those helping me become much more aggressive. This makes me wonder what exactly was discussed during that meeting. She probably just saw right through you. In addition to the Proudfoots, there's a whole group of online creators who have made it their mission to destroy my life. People like Cluminati, Steve Fisher, Stephen Crabtree have used their platforms to spread lies about me, calling me a child killer and a pedo. I've never heard Crabtree say that. Oh, yeah, I've never heard him say that. These are dangerous accusations, and they've taken a toll on me both personally and professionally. You know what? Seth acting the way that he's acted, it's really taken a toll on me professionally and personally myself. So maybe I should sue him. Nancy, you never heard of her. She's not even on this platform. She's a TikToker. She's not supposed to be over here. I mean, not like that. Do you know what I mean? But like in this lawsuit, like it's just so weird that they're grouping all of these people together. Um, let's see. Stephen Crabtree didn't even have a YouTube channel before my son went missing. He created his channel specifically to capitalize on my tragedy, aligning himself with Illuminati and others in this online group. This gang of creators have turned my pain into their entertainment and profit. To make matters worse, the Proudfoots recently posed for a photo with Illuminati and Steven smiling as if they were all in on some kind of sick joke. Are you fucking for real? Are you for real? They pretended to search for Sebastian, but their actions felt more like a mockery than a genuine effort. Do we need to pull up the photo of you in the boat? Your freaking camera moment? Credit. Tony Mathis, credit. You son of a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, like, what's wrong with you people? Why is it every time I look up Seth Rogers, it brings me up Seth Rogen? Look, now you can't even find it on the internet. Find everything else, but you can't find that. Is this it? Oh, there's me. At this point, I think we've all seen it, though. He's driving on the damn boat, cruising for a bruising. Tony's getting the credit for it. I don't know why he's doing this. All I know is he's gotten a hell of a lot of money out of this, and we haven't. I'm not like putting up anyone's name in my. Well, kind of, but it's okay. We'll put up Brittany's because everyone knows Brittany's anyways. I don't want to put that up though because it might be. Let me just move it over to here. I don't want to dox anybody. To make matters worse, the Proudfoots recently posed for a photo. Yeah, okay. A true and correct copy of the photo taken on or about September 29th, 2024 depicts Katie and Chris alongside Fluminati, her spouse or romantic partner, and Steve Fisher is attached here to Exhibit 1. The threats haven't stopped. I've been told by people connected to the Proudfoots that there will be consequences for anyone who speaks out against them. Chris even told my ex-wife that if I open my mouth about what I knew, it won't ever open again. What? Who did he say that to? It feels as if they're using their power and connections to silence me, and I don't know how much longer I can fight this battle on my own. Your Honor, I am just a father trying to find his son. I've been betrayed by people I thought I could trust, and I'm fighting against a coordinated group of individuals who seem more interested in destroying me than helping find my boy. I don't have the resources or the power that these people do, but I do have a father's love for his son, and that's what keeps me going. Every second that ticks by, my son's life hangs in the balance. If he's still out there, every day that passes without finding him could mean the difference between life and death. And I can't help but feel like the Proudfoots and these online creators are helping time run out on him. Their silence, their lies, their attacks, they're not just bystanders. They're accomplices to whatever's happening to my boy. Hey, Seth Rogers, nobody that's not online doesn't know about this. No one knows about this that aren't online because people don't follow cases like this in the real world. Only YouTubers do this. If my son dies out there alone, they'll have blood on their hands. Are you friggin' kidding? I'm really shocked. You freaking kidding me? You're sick. You're sick. You're sick. You need help. You don't need a lawyer. You need a priest or a freaking mental hospital. Like what? I can't wait to see the judge's face when he reads this. The Proudfoots, the step parents who should have helped, they've turned into silencers. The in-laws, the ones who could have supported me, have turned into outlaws. You don't have any in-laws. They're not your in-laws. Why would they support you? You're weird. Have your mama come back up. I'm sorry. I'm getting heated. Oh yeah, no, this is brand new right here. This is brand new document. It just came out. I skipped the whole other document for you guys. Like, in my opinion. Actually, no, that's not even an opinion. That's a fact. This is all factual because I'm reading from the factual document. But I mean, yeah, allegedly. Steven Sessler is my attorney's name. If you need the number, I can get that for you too. But we don't mess around with my attorney. He doesn't anyway. He's a little small guy. You don't mess with him. Okay, so let's see what else that they've put out here. Proudfoots and these online creators are helping time run out on him. Their silence, their lies, their attacks, they're not just bystanders, they're accomplices to whatever's happening to my boy. If my son dies out there alone, they'll have blood on their hands. The Proudfoots. Okay, I read that part. Okay. But it's okay for you to sit on YouTube all night and I'll go out there looking. Okay. I got that. Okay. I'm making sure that I understand both sides, you know? So Seth doesn't search and goes on YouTube. And then Katie and Chris, we don't really know what they do because they stay quiet, just like the police told them to. Okay. I am exhausted. I am heartbroken. Me too. And I just want someone to listen and help me bring my son home. This is my truth, and I hope you understand how much I need your help to find Sebastian and hold those responsible accountable. I am fully prepared to testify under oath, provide detailed accounts, yeah, of these attacks, including the incitement of harassment and violence, the continuous threats to my life. Who has threatened Seth's life? Nobody. I've never heard it. Who has? Has anyone heard that? Has anyone heard that they would attack Seth, they would hurt Seth, they would beat Seth up, they would kill? No. Never. You friggin' liar. I want to see the proof of this. And not some fake bull crap, made up crap that you did, in the lawyer's office, like Hung and Nick the Hat do. Really? People, what? Feeling so sorry for him. There is. Tinkerbell. There is. There is something. Yeah. Yeah, scare tactics and lies. Yep. Yeah. Right. Austin, just that. Yep. Yep. In our opinion, but yep. Okay, let's see what else does declaration say. Oh, I think that's all of it. Yeah, just say he's going to say is true. Why about Florida? And then we've got the picture. Oh yeah, this looks like they're totally thinking it's something. They're totally has an inside joke on you. You can't even see what they're doing. Oh, I don't want to put that up just in case. What does this say? Okay, yeah, I don't want to put that up. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. I'm gonna have to put another page on so I can go down a little bit. Thank you, Southern Mish. It says, I want to know not to send things in different direction, but when was his last day of work? I don't know, because in my opinion, allegedly, I don't think he's worked in a long time. And I have heard, which blew my mind, he was allegedly received 200K. I have heard the same thing. I've heard the same. I've heard that he is not back to work yet. I've heard that he got paid time off and that all of his colleagues actually turned in their paid time off and gave it to him. I'm like, damn. And then there's things like victims advocacy programs. And then I know the GoFundMe, he had that GoFundMe up. What was it? 2 days after Sebastian went missing, 3 days. Can we explain that, Seth? Why would you have a GoFundMe up? Wouldn't you think that your son's coming home? You wouldn't need the money right then. No. Right. Oh, I didn't know about them staying off certain places. I just knew that they were out there fake searching. Yeah. Kira, absolutely. Absolutely. I know, medical disability for his neck surgery. I know. Makes me want to punch air. Your girl is full of metal. Nope. Nope. I still work. I own my own business too. So, Seth, aren't you younger than me? Isn't he young? How old is Seth Rogers? How old is he? Wait, no, he's older than me because he's older than Katie. How many years is he older than Katie? But Katie's younger than me. Yes, with great clothes. Thanks, girl. Right, Lazy Wolf, it was not fake. 43, 44. Oh, yeah, you're right, 43 or 44. I haven't seen that. Okay, well, we will read through the rest of the declarations tomorrow. There's 63 pages. Wonder who all did a declaration. Let's go through. That's nothing. Tony Mathis. Oh, that's the last one. Oh, wait, there's 300 pages. They're trying to get restraining orders? So they're trying to get a restraining order on Barbecue, At Night Media, Dwayne, Dog, Nick, Hong, and Seth and Tony. Oh, yeah, we're going to have to go over the rest of this tomorrow. This is a lot. And I'm trying to see if they're doing the same to Granny. There's a cease and desist for her. Not for Granny, for Barbecue. A cease and desist for Cluminati. Another one for Cluminati. Oh, that's an emergency petition. Oh my gosh. And they all have a different like affidavit with them. That's why that's so many pages. And they put her GoFundMe up, Barbecue Lady. She can have her GoFundMe. She can do whatever she wants. Like, she can do what she wants to do. Another cease and desist. Another cease and desist. Oh, no, that's not. I don't know what that is. Supervised maniac is on here. Unsupervised maniac. Oh, that's dirty, dirty. Did Deej read this part one shot about unsupervised maniacs? Because wasn't unsupervised on the panel with her today? I'm gonna show you this. She sent them an email. Unless this is not her real email. It says there are influencers on YouTube claiming your law firm is corrupt. She gives a video link. That is the channel that clipped it to show the community what they are doing. You will notice the creators are the ones tagged. This is the live stream and channel with the creators on panel that are doing it. One has called your office, not sure for what. There's the link for that. The channel names are Cluminati, Granny's Watching, and Queen Bee. Also, there are also 2 Twitter accounts associated with your law firm. Gives the 2. Would you like to remain anonymous, but wanted you to know what is going on? And if you are involved with the Sebastian Rogers case, you can email me and I can help in any way I can. I don't think that's very nice. Okay, now I got to move you back to another page just in case. I'm still going through them. Still going through them. Like what? Declaration for Hong. Oh, Hong. No one even cares about Hong. What? Oh my gosh, these people are nuts. They're just making up stuff. Did they? They doxed Chris and Katie too. Wow. I wonder if mine's on here. No, I did write them though, but you didn't write me back. And I said, is your client arrested? Valid question, you know? So this is another one to barbecue. Wow. I haven't seen any to Granny. But this is Michelle's declaration. There's Kenneth. Okay, we just went over that. Wow, y'all, this is... Who the hell's that? I don't know who this is. Do you guys know who that is? I think that's the attorney's place. Maybe. I don't want to like... That's for Bullhorn Betty. Oh my gosh, these are just... We'll have to read through these tomorrow because there's a lot. I was just making sure that... I was trying to see if they had anything for Granny, but... Hold on. We're going to read this one real quick because it's short. Declaration of Brittany Nicole Jackson. I, Brittany, being duly sworn according to law hereby, dispose and affirm the following. So this is when she sat down and she talked to her peoples. Now it gives her name and her address. We don't need to know. Declare under penalty of perjury under the laws of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, pursuant to 18, relating to unsworn falsifications to authorities. They didn't falsify anything to authorities. So I don't know why that's there, but that the foregoing is true and correct to the best of my knowledge, blah, blah, blah. I am writing this declaration not as a lawyer or someone engaged in a legal dispute, but as a mother and human being who has endured unimaginable pain, fear, and suffering due to the relentless harassment and defamation perpetrated by Jessica, known as Granny's Watching, along with her friends, followers, and cult-like network. You mean the 400-600 people that go to your chat every night aren't drinking some sort of Kool-Aid? Because they gotta be to be listening to that. Hold. Just a minute. I'm only doing this one time. I'm done with the drama. I don't like drama on my channel, but at least Granny says I'm a drama channel. Man, that makes me mad. What they have done has torn not just my professional life, but my personal life as a mother, a daughter, and a person who values kindness, honesty, and peace. I have lost count of the number of times I've woken up in a cold sweat, terrified that someone might follow through on the threats that Granny's Watching and her followers have made against me. She didn't just stop at insults or gossip. She looked straight into the camera and told me, I will make you a fucking victim. These words haunt me. No. This is Brittany. Brittany's saying all this. Brittany, you are the most drama-filled hate channel that there is on the platform. You are not true crime. You will never be true crime. Ever. Ever. Never. Not even for a minute. Not even for a second. Like, thank you. Thank you, Nash Native. Thanks for supporting the channel. You're keeping my bills on or my lights on. It's actually 2 hours over. So we're at 2 hours. So you are keeping the lights on. That's what we'll start doing. After 2 hours, I'm gonna start charging for the light bill. It's like if you have to sit on your live every day for an hour before you get to your actual coverage, bitching and complaining about your life, I feel bad for you. I wake up every morning, and this ain't a lie. I wake up every morning and I am so thankful. I am so thankful for what I got. I look around, I'm like, look, it's beautiful. It's beautiful in here. It's lovely. Isn't she lovely? But yeah, we're going to go over those tomorrow, but we're still going over this declaration. It's gut-wrenching fear that I may not be able to protect my children. Well, you have a significant other too, so how can I explain to my kids that their mother is being targeted by strangers on the internet? People who seem intent on ruining our lives. Well, you talk about everything in front of your children, and I'm saying that with the utmost respect. We hear them in the background. She didn't just stop. Oh, wait, I already read that part. How can I explain to my kids? Yeah, people who seem intent on ruining our lives. I try to hold it together for them, but inside I'm broken. Everybody has mental health problems, bitch. I'm sorry. Allegedly, bitch. Okay. Anxiety, depression, obsessive compulsive disorder, hypersensitivity, OCD. Those are just a few. Those are just a few that they put a label on for me. And have I ever come on this platform? Ever? Not one time have I ever come on here and complained about my mental health sucks today, guys. It's just because y'all aren't here for that. You're here to listen to true crime or drama. You're not here to listen to what my personal things going on in my personal life. like her. Gets me fired up. Sorry. The words Granny's Watches uses to describe me, a lazy, wasteful piece of shit, aren't just casual insults. They cut to the core of my identity as a mother who works hard to give my children the love and stability they deserve. When she says these things publicly in front of thousands of people, I feel the walls of the world closing in. Get off the internet. My children have seen me cry because of these things. I try to hide it, but they notice. How can a mother explain that strangers are attacking her, saying horrible things, calling her names, and trying to destroy the life she's worked hard to build? And also, Brittany, the last 2 weeks, you said that you've been tired. That's why you fell asleep on camera. I have you months back zoning out, zonking out on camera. So let's not lie anymore. Let's not lie anymore. The most painful part of this has been watching my children ask if they are safe. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm going to say this once. I'm so pissed off. If you're a mother, I'm sorry, my mother-in-law watches this. If your MF children ever, oh my God, I'm so mad. I'm so mad right now. I'm so sorry. If I had children and they came to me and they said, Mom, I'm scared because of your internet use, the first thing I would do would be to unplug the fucking internet. Bye, internet. You're scared because mommy's on the internet? Bye. But instead, Brittany says, go back to sleep or go grab a snack, go get a popsicle. I am so, I give up. I give up on people like that. I almost wrote her like the other day. This is probably about 2 days ago. I was having this weird day. I don't know. And I said, I've heard that Brittany's been on her lives and she's been being on her camera. Maybe, because a lot of people always say she never gets on camera. She never gets on camera. And I'm one of them. Maybe I should say something and be like, hey, I'm proud of you for getting on camera. I'm so glad this came out. She's got to be, she is sick in the head. That's sick. That's sick. And it says right here, the most painful part has been watching my children ask if they're safe. Jessica and her associates even implied that I neglect or harm my children, saying things like, you won't ever catch me driving with my children unbuckled standing up. Those comments go beyond personal. They attack my ability to be a good mother. Well, did you get in trouble driving, get pulled over because of your kids standing up in the vehicle while you were driving? I think you did. And I think that's where she got it. Yeah, I got tats. Phantom. I got this one here. And if you want to see, this is a godly woman right here. This is my godly tattoo. It means it is finished. The last words Jesus said on the cross, meaning new life, new beginnings. People need to follow that. Oh, she's messy. No, you're making the noise. What could that be? My other dog's making it now. The Catherine, you don't. And that's where I get a little, that's where I've said some things. I wouldn't want anyone to say anything about Vincent, but there's nothing to say. But if there was. I have spent sleepless nights wondering if someone might actually believe those lies and come after me, or worse, my children. You stream all night. What do you mean? As a mother, there is no greater terror than the thought of your children being hurt because of lies and hate spread by strangers. You spread so much hate and lies in your panel. This campaign of hate has also impacted me financially. You've gained more money. You've made way more money off of the tragedy of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers than you have on any case ever. Ever. That is a lie. Do they smell cows? Oh, they there was like, hold on, I gotta get back over here. No, I can't find the comment. I'm like, where was the comment? I gotta go back up. Because they have been smelling some weird stuff. I know that they put like manure down not too long ago. Could be. They've just been making this like weird, like, like he even sound like she'll make it every once in a while. And then now the gray one just did it. And I've never had that happen. We don't smoke or anything, like I don't have any potpourri or anything out either. She is. Thank you, Ladybug. Thank you so much. You guys are being so incredibly kind to me tonight. Yeah, BJ should have stayed out. She's only doing it so that she can go after Granny's watching. That's it. That's it. That's all. Like, this has nothing to do with Sebastian. The lies, the accusations, the threats, they've destroyed the professional relationships I've worked years to build. And the worst part is I'm not losing business. I'm losing the ability to provide for my children. How am I supposed to rebuild my career when my reputation has been torn apart by people who don't even know me? Because you tell us about you every 5 seconds. My mental health has been shattered by this. Every day I wake up with a knot in my stomach, wondering what new attack will come. I'm exhausted, not just physically, but emotionally. I hear you. I feel like I'm constantly walking on eggshells, afraid that one wrong move will lead us to more lies, more harassment, more attacks. This anxiety doesn't just affect me, it affects my family. You do this to yourself. Your mods even tell you to stop. Stop. Don't do a drama stream. And you're like, nope, gotta do it. I feel like I'm constantly worried about that. My children have seen me cry more in the past year than I care to admit. I've had to cancel family outings, miss important moments, and withdraw from the people I love because I'm so consumed by the fear and stress of what might happen next. That's not because of YouTube. That's because of how much you make and you build your bills and, everyday life expectancies, like things. At times I've broken down completely. Me too. I've sat in the car in the driveway of my own home and just cried because I don't know how to protect myself or my family from this kind of hate. I think we've all screamed in the car before. I'm a mother just trying to raise my children and do the best for them. I've had to tell my kids why people are saying horrible things about their mom online. Why is she acting like she's a single parent? I've tried to shield them, but it's impossible when this campaign of hate is so public and vicious. Your Honor, as I sit here writing this, I am asking you not as a plaintiff, but as a mother who is desperate to feel safe again. I want to wake up one morning without the fear of what might be said about me or worse, what might be done to me or my family. I just want to live my life, raise my children, and provide for them without this cloud of fear and hatred hanging over me. Get off YouTube. I am asking for justice, not just for me, but for my children who have seen their mother's spirit broken by the relentless cruelty of strangers. You are sick. Putting your kids. I, Brittany, am not just fighting to clear my name, but to protect my family from the very real and ongoing threats that this coordinated campaign of harassment has caused. The psychological, emotional, and financial damage has left scars that may never fully heal. Are you taking your children to get help? I hope you are. I am pleading with this court to recognize the very harm these actions have inflicted on me and my children and to hold those responsible accountable for the destruction they have caused. Yeah, you should probably make sure your kids are in some therapy if that's the case, Did BJ attach her police reports against Grady's? No, I didn't see it. I just saw the declaration and didn't see anything above it, though. It's just the exhibits. That's Julia. Always trying to be in this freaking cases. It's people getting their feelings hurt. Like, that's what it is. It's a bunch of people getting their feeling. They're in their fifis. And BJ, you should be ashamed of yourself for this shit that you wrote. Like, this is wrong. That's wrong. It's wrong. I'm not saying that everything Granny has done is good. I'm not even putting Granny in the picture. Okay. As a woman to another woman, what you wrote in there was wrong. And it was lies. And we know it was. We know. Because you are on your panel every night telling us the opposite. Like, if your kids are scared, if your kids shouldn't even know that. They shouldn't even know about that. But you told them somehow because you wear headphones. So you had to tell them, Mommy's getting threats on the internet. She probably, I'm not saying they come in and ask for Roblox money at a certain time, but they do know when to ask, don't they? In the beginning of the live. Just saying. She laughed on her live tonight saying Granny's listener go to jail. We do need that. Dark Willow. I'm writing that down. I have some like wrote down somewhere. They're like so many. There's like I have so many that are like wrote down like little things that would be like good to put on a shirt. Yeah. Like I'm not trying to talk bad about anybody's significant other or anything. I'm not talking about anybody's significant other. I'm talking about my significant other. I'm gonna say. Whenever me and Vincent and I like whenever I go live, and like we have kids, he watches them. That way they're not in here, with me while I'm, doing my live. I don't have kids. I don't have kids. I made that up. I made that up. But that's what would happen if I had kids. They would be out there with him. Like, I mean, these two come in here and I don't even know why they want to come in. See, the deflection is it's either going to blow up or it's just going to get her that much more because they're all going to feel so bad for her over there. Don't drink the Kool-Aid anywhere or the Capri Suns. Oh, you did listen to her nonsenses? I missed some of it. Right, Austin. Yeah. You can just go look at her numbers. When she doesn't talk about Sebastian, her numbers drop completely down. I mean, yeah, Brandy. Yeah. I know, and they give their much. That's what it's sad. That's what upsets me is because like a lot of these people, and I could think of my mom. This happening to my mom. If my mom was alive. I think that a lot of the people that come onto YouTube, they're on a fixed income or they have a set. We're all on a fixed income. Like we're all, you know what I mean? We're all on a fixed income. But I think some of us are just a little bit tighter with our money than others, and these creators get into these people's minds and make them feel like they're so special. I mean, I heard Brittany talk about an emoji the other night. Okay, we're going to put voodoo doll up here. Okay. She talked about how beautiful it was. Like, but it was a girl. It was a girl's picture, but she was acting like it was the actual girl. And I'm like, that's like an AI generated picture, right? It was crazy. Did he make another new one? We were just over there. Let's see. Before I jump off. Nope. This was 7 minutes ago. My opposition to the preliminary injunction sought by at night and the other plaintiffs can be viewed via this. Oh, okay. Drop links, drop box link. Oh, maybe we can go over this tomorrow. What is this? Oh, it's about him. Oh man, just everybody get ready for a lot of reading tomorrow. He's joining the line. I like how he's joining. He's not even invited. I would love to have time to do that. Like the money and the freedom and the time. I mean, he doesn't really have the freedom or the, the time because he's always looking, but it's just so funny. Oh, my skin, thank you so much. I'm actually wearing a little bit of makeup tonight, but I use Core 6. Every snail mucin product you can shovel in my face, that's what I use. I have to show you guys all of my stuff one day. I want to get some new stuff, but thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. We usually have Ashley in our chat, and I'm usually telling her that she has great skin. Did we lose Mary Beth? Is she still in here? She might be sleeping. She might... Poor Mary Beth was like, I wasn't expecting to become a mod tonight, but I don't think she minded it. I don't think she minded it. And I was going to ask Ladybug too, if Ladybug's still in here. I mean, to ask him for a couple days. I just hadn't. But I'll make sure I get you modded in. Snail mucin's the best. I do the under eye. I do the core. I do the mucin dual essence. So there's like 2 in 1. And I never thought I would be putting snail crap on my face, but I love it. It's the only thing that will actually like where makeup can lay on my skin and look nice. I have very dry skin. Very dry skin. Oh, Ladybug's here. Okay, Ladybug, would you like to become a mod? You're here every night anyway, if you'd like to become one. If you don't, no pressure. No pressure at all. And then I'll email you guys tomorrow and stuff. My, my heart, I don't ask for too much. Just come in, hang out, have fun. Thanks, Carolina. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. Snail mucin, it's the stuff that like the secretion of the snail. Okay, I was just making sure before I did it. Because you guys are always in. Yeah, Kenna. Yeah, Ladybug. Yeah. Ladybug and Mary Beth. You guys actually, all of you, a lot of you guys are always constantly welcoming people in. And I love that. It helps me so much. Because like a lot of times I won't even see a name because I'm blind and I'm scrolling and you'll say their name. Like someone will say their name, like one of you guys in chat, and I'll be like, oh, and then I know they're here. So that it does help me. It helps me so much. Oh, thank you, Ladybug. I really appreciate the help. Yes, Rebel Soul. I wish, okay, I'm only 39, so I'm still young enough to say this to people that maybe will listen to me maybe a little bit. Start moisturizing now. My mom started moisturizing when she was 16. She had the skin of a baby. I mean, it was the softest. It was the softest. Yeah, that one was from Brittany, Carolina. The last one I just read. I never. I can't handle the thing that I think with me is I can't handle people that don't have like common sense. Like common sense to me, I'm not saying she doesn't. Okay, I'm saying common sense to me would be if my kid was so scared of the internet, right? Someone's going to get him off the internet. He wouldn't be running into the room every 5 seconds getting on camera, right? He'd probably be too scared to do that. I don't see it. Korean skincare is the way to go. I'm learning. I think it was both. Snail slime. What did she say? Oh, thank you, Wildfire. I appreciate it. And thank you guys all for being here. I know I didn't get to see a lot of you in the chat tonight because it was so busy and I was on another screen. But I always try to talk to you a little bit at the end of our lives, you know. I'm ready to see what it's all gonna bring us. I was oh, let me put my second channel in chat because that's where we usually do all the craziness. We'll go over there. Actually, I don't know if I have it. Let me go find it. Let me go find it real quick. But I have a second channel. It doesn't have a specific like thing to it yet, like name to it, or I mean, it has a name. It's called Unfiltered with Tanya. So it's the more unfiltered side of me, which you guys kind of got to see a little bit of that tonight. But I'm not sure exactly like what the channel is going to be about. It's going to be like life vlogs and just commentary and just kind of having fun over there, you know? That's all we can do. That's all we can do. So let me see if I can actually look up my own page yet. I can. Sometimes it doesn't pop up because I'm such a small channel over there. We actually have 1.58K subscribers. We're doing all right over there. So if you guys would like to subscribe to my second channel, there's the link for that. We do most of if we do like Bullhorn Betty commentary or something, we usually will put it over there on that channel. But yeah. And welcome to the channel, everybody that came in tonight. I know there was a lot of people in here tonight that may have never heard of us. We're just a small little channel over here in our little nook. Everybody in the chat is always super, super helpful, super great. I love everybody. I really do. Thank you, Voodoo Doll. That boy suffered. Yeah. Thank you for that. I was like, man, this is a long one to read, but was going to quit. And yeah, we can't quit on that little boy. He needs us. So. Yeah, they put their phone numbers out there. Yeah, that's what me and True Crime Lullaby. That's why I was reading a lot of it behind the screen. So I was going to redact everything today, and I started redacting stuff, and I was like, I can't redact all this, so I'm just going to read it behind the screen because it was a lot. So I appreciate that, Austin. Well, I'll be back on tomorrow. I may do a day live. You never know me. Sometimes I pop up for those day lives. Actually, I don't know if I will because I'm going to go to a pumpkin patch tomorrow. And my dress fits from like 2 years or like last year or 2 years ago or something. So I'm super excited to wear it. So we're going to go to a pumpkin patch tomorrow, but I'll be on after, later in the evening around 9:15, same time. I'll be back on. So I will see you guys all tomorrow. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Hey, Manny V. Subscribe to the channel. Please hit the like button on the way out. It will send this out into the algorithm. That way the correct people can see it. And we want the correct people to see it. But thank you guys all for being here tonight. I do appreciate you. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Bye, guys.